Welcome to the April edition of Highlights, and welcome spring, because finally the snow is gone.
Yes.
And the weather is warmer, and bright days, hopefully energizing all of us to get out and do something. And this month, as usual, we will be highlighting the new and unique offerings at Littleton's Elder and Human Services.
But before we get started on the new ones for the month, we want to highlight some of the many programs that are offered that will get you involved in a more healthy lifestyle. There's lots of healthy things that are going on.
Yes, there are.
There are many exercise programs: Tai Chi, chair yoga, stretch and flex, yoga for strength and balance, and line dancing. And complete information for any of those programs are in your broadcaster. In addition, there's also a walking club on Wednesday mornings that meets at the Russell Street track at 9 o'clock, and that's weather dependent. So if you call to register, you'll be notified if they are going to cancel.
Well, and I noticed I've been doing line dancing all of the end of January and in February and now the end of March. And when I started, there was like 10 of us in my group. Now there's 20. Every week, two or three more people come. And the same thing with Tai Chi. It's full. The whole multi-purpose room is all spread out. There's a lot more people getting involved. And the line dancing has really taken off. And I'm really having a good time.
That's good. Well, I think a lot of the programming has gotten more and more, because Larry and I go to the trivia, out-of-the-box trivia one, and again, we started with maybe 6 people or something, and now there's like 15 people that come.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there is a special exercise program in collaboration with Park and Rec this month, and it's called Goat Yoga, and it's being held on 4 dates starting in May at Fay Park. These are little tiny, like 2-week-old baby goats. Little baby goats.
Baby goats?
Baby goats. And it's Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. And the first event is free, so you can see if it's something that interests you or something you really want to do. So you call EHS, Elder and Human Services, to register.
And then, keeping on our healthy theme, or our theme about health, EHS COA offers some additional programs that will help you to keep healthy. There is a weekly blood pressure clinic every Tuesday from 10 to 2 in room 230.
10 to 12. 10
to 12, thank you. No need to sign up, you can just drop in.
And there is a Well Adult Clinic on the second Tuesday of the month from 10 to 11 a.m. And adult residents can have a basic health screening and talk to a nurse from the Neshoba Board of Health for health tips and resources. Again, no sign up necessary, just drop in.
That sounds
That one sounds good.
And then, speaking of screening, on the health screening, there is also hearing screening with Dr. Megan Ford. We'll be doing the hearing screenings on Wednesday, Tuesday, thank you again, April 11th, and call to reserve a spot.
Now, that's the same doctor that you have, correct?
Yes.
And my husband does too. Yes. I think I'm going to come to that this month, because I do have some issues, turning the TV up a little more than I need to.
Well, it's very interesting when you go for the hearing screening piece, because Larry and I did that 2 or 3 years ago now, however long. She just puts, like, you know how the doctor puts a little light in your ear? Well, she puts a little thing in your ear like that, and she can tell from some measurement whether you have trouble in hearing in a conversation. And then she says, it's significant enough that you should go for further testing. But yeah, the screening is simple, very simple.
I think I'll do that. And the monthly podiatry clinic has returned. And the foot care nurse, Christine, will be at the Elder and Human Services on Friday, April 14th at 9 a.m. And space is limited, so you need to call to register for that one.
And then tying up our health offerings, remember you can always get free COVID test kits and KN95 masks. They're available free at the EHS office. Just go up to the second floor. They're out on the table. You can take what you need. Or if you need home delivery, if you give a call, they will make arrangements to deliver those to you. And those are available for residents of all ages in town.
Right. The services we just mentioned are available every month. And check your broadcaster every month for all the offerings of Elder and Human Services COA. Now, on the new and special programs for April, music programs have been popular, and this month there are two. The Music History with John Clark will feature the big band era. John Clark has come almost every month with a different program, and he's awesome. His music's awesome, and he has quite a bit of information about each thing that he does, so the big band should be.
Lots of history.
He does have a lot of history. And it's Tuesday, April 11th at 1 o'clock in room 103. And experience the music and learn about the biggest starts of orchestral jazz, including Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman.
And then a second music program that's being offered is called the Me Decade, a cultural review of the 70s through music. And that will be held on Wednesday, April 5th at 1 o'clock in the multipurpose room. Fran Hart will use multimedia to present the story of the 70s through music. And after that, there will be time for refreshments and discussion. And we want to thank the Littleton Cultural Council for the grant that is funding that program, and the Friends of the COA for providing refreshments. It sounds good. I think that's the same person that did the Beatles one, and that was excellent.
That was really good.
So I would assume this one of the Me Decade, the 70s, should be
a lot
really
of fun.
Good.
Right.
Should be really good.
And this is not a musical event, but it's a road trip. And it's new this month, and it's on Wednesday, April 19th. And the van will leave Littleton parking lot at 9 a.m. for a shopping excursion to Webb's Yarn Store in Northampton. And if you knit or crochet, you want to make sure you take this trip. I come from out that way, and it's a huge store with every kind of yarn you could even imagine. And then followed by lunch at Jake's of Northampton and returning to Littleton around 3 p.m. And the cost is $3 for the van, and you still have to pay for your own lunch. Space is limited, so you need to call and register and specify if you would like to be picked up at your home or if you're coming to the town hall. They're going to provide service either way.
Right. And you just mentioned the lunch at Jake's. Well, that brings up the fact that we should highlight some of the events in April that include lunch or that include food. It isn't just lunch. Many of them are breakfasts. The 31st annual Littleton luncheon, sponsored by Littleton Electric Light and Water Department, will be held on Thursday, April 20th at 12 o'clock noon at the high school cafeteria. And call the EHS office for tickets, and they are going to be having a raffle, 3 baskets that are valued at $100.
That's pretty cool.
And Littleton Electric always does light and water, always does a good,
They
nice
always have
luncheon.
a nice lunch.
It's very nice.
And then there'll be 2 Lunch and Learn events in April. Lunch and Learn with Badger on Wednesday, April 26th at noon in room 230. The staff from Badger's Funeral Home will give an educational talk about the benefits of pre-planning, veterans benefits, life celebration, and obituary writing. Call EHS office to register. And Lunch and Learn with attorney, I'm going to ruin this one, Arcidi Akano on Wednesday, April 12th at noon in room 230. And he's going to discuss applying for assistance with Mass Health and protecting your assets, even if you have not made advanced plans before entering a nursing home. You should get information from him. So call EHS to register for that.
And, of course, there's the women's breakfast on Wednesday, April 12th, the men's breakfast on Wednesday, April 19th, and the veterans breakfast put on by the police department on Wednesday, April 26th. And those are all at 8 o'clock in the morning in the senior diner, and call to register. Also, the first Friday of the month, this month that will be April 7th, bingo, which is held every Friday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
The first Friday of the month, they are providing a pizza lunch.
Oh, that's nice.
So they're doing, that's a special. And that's at 1 o'clock in the senior diner, and call to register. And as I already said, bingo is every Friday, but the first Friday they will have pizza.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so the dates and places for the Romeo Club, which is the men's breakfast where they travel, are Friday, April 7th at Mario's in Westford, and Friday, April 21st at Franny's Diner in Pepperell. And now the Juliet Breakfast Club that I just joined, and we went to Rosie's Diner in Vinyl Square a week or so ago, which was fantastic. So you should sign up for Juliet's breakfast. It's fun. And that will be this month, April 14th, at Tiny's in Air, and April 28th at Mario's in Westford. And if you're interested, this is different. You have to call the van. Even if you don't want to ride the van, you have to call the van and register a place, because the van takes care of the reservations at these restaurants, so there's enough seating for everybody. So that phone number is 978-844-6809. And the van leaves the town hall at 8:30 a.m. And you don't have to take the van if you want to drive yourself. Like this Friday, Juliet's is going to As Good as It Gets. And I'm not going to take the van to go to Acton, so I'll just drive down. But I still have to call to register, then I'm going.
Right. And that phone number, in case you forget it because we go say it so fast or whatever, is on the back of the broadcaster.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So now there's Restaurant Hoppers, and they will be on April 25th at 1 p.m. And this time they're going to the Neshoba Club in Air. And you meet at the town hall at 12:30 for the van, and register by April 14th, so you reserve a table.
And the same thing, you call that van number, the transportation number. Wow, I think we had a lot of things. Seems like there's, each month there's new things. We get some new and exciting things to enjoy. And come with friends or meet new friends. There's always a lot going on at EHS COA.
And I almost forgot to bring up crafts this month. And we are going to do special frames this month and decorate them up. So please register. The class is going to be on April 12th from 1 to 3. As usual, the cost is $3 and it's limited to 15. So sign up early, and we hope to see you at one of the events and even more events.
Right.
And thank you so much for watching us today.
Right. Thank you.